In a small town, surrounded by mountains and silent valleys, lived a girl named Aisha. Her family was poor. Her father was a shoemaker, spending the whole day repairing old shoes for a few coins. Her mother, with calloused hands, sewed clothes for the neighbors. The house they lived in was made of fragile wood. When heavy rain came, water slipped through the cracks of the roof, and they had to place buckets all over the floor. Yet, despite all these difficulties, there was something in Aisha that no one could steal, a hunger for learning. While other children ran and played in the dusty streets, Aisha would sit under a tree with an old notebook, already stained by rain, and a tiny pencil, almost worn out. She copied words from torn newspapers she found in the trash, tried to draw the letters she saw on posters, and kept every scrap of paper as if it were gold. But like every dreamer, Aisha faced ridicule. At school, some classmates laughed at her. "Look at the girl with the patched shoes. You'll never become anyone. How can someone so poor ever change her life?" Those words hurt deeply. Sometimes she cried silently, hiding behind her small house. But deep inside, she felt that her life didn't have to end where it had begun. Within her, there was a flame, small but alive. One day, walking back from school, Aisha wandered by the river and met Mrs. Miriam, a retired teacher known for her wisdom. The old lady with white hair and kind eyes noticed the torn notebooks Aisha was carrying. "Why do you write so much, my dear?" she asked. Aisha raised her eyes and replied shyly, "Because I want to learn. I want to change my future." Mrs. Miriam smiled gently and said, "Then you need someone to guide you. Knowledge is the greatest treasure there is, and unlike gold, no one can ever steal it from you." That afternoon marked a turning point in Aisha's life. Every day after school, she went to Mrs. Miriam's house. The teacher taught her math, history, literature, and even a few words in English. But her greatest lesson was a sentence she repeated often. "Aisha, people may laugh at what you wear, but they can never laugh at what you carry inside your mind." Those words became her shield. Whenever someone tried to humiliate her, she remembered that advice and kept walking forward. Time passed. Aisha grew older and, through enormous effort, won a scholarship to a university far away. There, she faced new battles. To survive, she cleaned classrooms in the morning, worked at a library at night, and studied during the late hours of the night. She slept little, ate little, but never stopped believing in the dream she carried in her heart. There were moments when she thought of giving up, moments when the weight of loneliness and exhaustion made her question herself. But whenever she looked in the mirror, she remembered Mrs. Miriam's words and whispered, "They may laugh at my shoes, but they will never laugh at my future." After years of sacrifice, Aisha finally graduated as an engineer. But she didn't stop there. She returned to a small town where she was born and made a decision to build a free school for poor children, children who were just like her once. Achi di Scuole's inauguration. The entire town gathered. Children with bright new backpacks, parents holding back tears, and in the middle of the crowd, Mrs. Miriam older, weaker, but with the same sparkle in her eyes. Aisha stepped onto the stage and said, "I know what it's like to be laughed at for having nothing. I know what it's like to go to bed hungry and still dream big. But I've learned that what we carry in our minds and hearts is always stronger than what we carry in our pockets." This school is living proof of that. Today, dozens of children from that town study in bright classrooms with books and teachers who believe in them. The same girl once mocked for her patched shoes now walks proudly, helping to change the destiny of many others. And this story is for you, listening right now. Maybe, just like Aisha, you've heard people say you can't, that your dreams are too big, that you should settle for less. But remember, your future is not chained to your present. It's tied to the size of your faith and perseverance. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs hope. Leave a comment with your dream and subscribe to Almora so we can keep spreading stories that inspire courage, faith, and determination. Because just like Aisha, you too can turn pain into strength and dreams into reality.